Guys, I've been a real estate investor since 2006, and I've been an entrepreneur for 3 decades, since high school. And today I'm going to tell you exactly what type of sellers do seller financing, how to find them, and so much more. So let's dive in. There's only 2 types of sellers that are willing to do seller financing, aka subject to wraparound mortgages. Who are these 2 sellers? You may be asking yourself. Well, one is called an emotional motivated seller, and the second one is called financial motivated seller. Now, let's talk about an emotional motivated seller. An emotional motivated seller is usually the people that I ran into is they're doing financially pretty good. They're very smart, they have businesses or they have high-end jobs, but for some reason they have a problem emotionally about this property. It may not even be their own primary home. It might be like their parents or their kids or something like that, their vacation home or their rental property that they decided to go do and now it's gone sour, okay? And since they're emotionally motivated, they usually have, a good deal. They'll have a lot more meat on the bone, okay? However, they don't know how to solve their problem, or if they tried traditionally with a real estate agent, it didn't go their way, okay? So in my opinion, since 2006, dealing with motivated sellers, thousands and thousands of them, is that the best deals are the emotionally motivated sellers. Now they're the higher ending fruit, so you have to figure out a system to go climb up there and get those fruits, okay? Now the lower ending fruits are what I call financially motivated sellers, okay? Who are financially motivated sellers? It could be anyone that's going through a divorce, anyone that has lost their job, anyone that has been relocated for their work and they bought another property and they thought they could sell this old property and now they're making double payments. There are so many different types of motivated sellers out there that are in the financial, and there's so many different types that are in the emotional, okay? So what I've learned since 3 decades of entrepreneurship is not to ask the question why it's not going to work, but to ask the question how am I going to make it work, okay? So I don't never ask like in my mind like why are they motivated. I'll figure that out as soon as I start talking to them over the phone that why they're motivated, okay? Now that you know that there's 2 types of motivated sellers, emotionally, financially, those are the only ones that are going to do seller financing, okay? Now, when I say seller financing, there's 2 types of seller financing. You have residential and you have commercial, okay? Now, it doesn't matter if you're talking about apartment complexes or if you're talking about condos, or if you're talking about single residential, if you're talking about land, if you're talking about trailer parks, the story is the same, okay? There's just 2 types of seller financing deals. There's 2 types of motivated sellers. Are you going to be able to find these motivated sellers on the MLS? Absolutely not. Are you going to find these type of motivated sellers with a real estate agent? Normally 99.9% of the time, no, okay? The real estate agent, the MLS, is like going to a fancy clothing store like Gucci or like the mall and expecting to get a Alibaba discount, expecting to get the deal from the factory direct. It just doesn't go together, okay? Now if you want to get it direct from the factory, then you have to do some type of marketing. Better yet, if you want to know exactly what I've done, you can get it totally for free. Go to myrealestatedojo.com, click on start, and you can get my whole seller financing, owner financing course totally for free. You don't even have to give me your emails. Now going back to the story, you have to do some kind of marketing to find these sellers. Now you also have to realize that you have to go to the pond where the motivated sellers are. If I just get on the MLS, that's not the pond for motivated sellers. If I just start throwing flyers outside at every Jose and Bob's house, I'm probably not going to find motivated sellers. You have to go to the pond for motivated sellers. What do I mean? Here's a couple of ponds I can just spit out in this quick video, but there's 42 ways for free to generate leads that I have on my training that you get for free. Then I have 37 ways that you can do with paid to find these ponds and market to them, okay? For free or paid. It's totally for free is what I've used for my business, guerrilla marketing and paid, okay? But let me mention some of these ponds, okay? One of the ponds is the divorces. Like you can get on the county clerk's office and get access to the divorces. Another pond is the pre-foreclosures or foreclosures. There are services that you can pay for You can use title companies and they'll give you the information for free if you know how to ask them. Or you can just go and dig it yourself at the county clerk's office, okay, yourself. And that's the systems that I've used, is creating my own system with virtual assistants that I only pay $150 a month to, and they work 40 hours a week. If you're interested in learning how to do that, go to myrealestatedojo.com and join my Palabun Brotherhood, where you get access to all my courses and monthly coaching for just a one-time lifetime access fee, okay? Now, going back to the story, you have to market to those exact pawns, like pre-foreclosures, divorces, probates, city citation, tax liens, etc. Okay, you're not just going to throw flyers to everyone, because the odds of finding someone like that is very, very slim. Okay, now that you know that there's two types of sellers that are willing to do seller financing, let's talk about the two types of marketing you can do to find sellers. You got paid and you got free. With the paid, you got to spend that dinero, that cheese, to get it. Like, let me give you some example. You got Google side ads, right? You have bandit signs, you have direct mail, you can even do door knocking, you can hire someone to do the door knocking for you, you can do Facebook targeting, etc. There's so many, okay? With free, you don't have to put any money up, but you got to roll up your sleeves and do the dirty work yourself. What is the dirty work? You got to do the cold calling, you got to do the text messaging, you got to do the door knocking. There are so many different things you can do. Like, I have 42 ways to do free or almost for free marketing. You can check it out at myrealestatedojo.com. Like I talked about earlier, click on start, get it for free. Okay, so there's only two ways to find these deals: marketing for free and marketing for paid. Okay, now someone will say, Meg, there's another way you can pay for wholesalers to bring you that deal. Yes, you can, and that might be a good option for you. You can check it out, but understand that you're going to pay handsomely for that, right? Anywhere from 10, 20, 30,000, maybe more, depends on the deal. Plus, you're not getting the best deal. That wholesaler is getting the best deal. You're getting the lower level fruit on the tree versus the top, okay? So whenever you learn how to generate leads for yourself, you learn how to talk to sellers, you can use my Ninja phone script totally for free at my Real Estate Dojo. You learn how to create follow-up systems. If you need help with that, go to myrealestatedojo.com. We'll help you out with all that, funnels, automation, the whole works, guys, okay? If you don't, then your only option is to go traditionally, which is hire a real estate agent, pray to God you can get a mortgage. You know, if you're a real estate investor, then good luck. If you are you're gonna live in the property, then yeah, okay, you can go that way. But know that you're not gonna get a property at a deep discount. Know that you're not gonna get seller financing, okay? There are a lot of benefits of getting seller financing. Is, for example, one of the reasons I love it is because I negotiate a non-recourse loan. I'm not gonna get into that, you can Google it. I take over a mortgage that, let's say, it's been already seasoned for a while. Let's say that they lived in the property for 7 years. Now, when I start making the payments, I am now paying more of the principal reduction versus the interest, thanks to amortizations and how banks rob everyone. Okay, I don't have to qualify. I don't have to put a large down payment down. There's all kinds of deals. There's deals where, you know, you can buy with no money down. There's deals where you gotta just pay for the closing. There's deals where you gotta pay just 1 month. There's deals where you gotta pay 22 months, right? It just depends on what state you're in, etc. But you get to choose. Like, I get to choose. I'm not gonna mess with those deals that are behind so much. Okay. Now, what type of sellers? This is very important. Will do seller financing. Okay, like in those two categories, emotional and financial motivated sellers. What type of loans or what type of homes would they do seller financing? Okay, what type of properties would they do seller financing? Well, if the property they have a mortgage on it, you can do seller financing. If the property has clear and clear, which means they don't have a mortgage on it, you can do owner financing. If the property has marginal equity, you can do owner financing. If the property has zero equity, you can do financing. If the property has negative equity, you can do owner financing. If the property has high equity, medium equity, low equity, it doesn't matter. You can do owner financing, okay? And that doesn't matter if you're talking about commercial deals or residential, okay? So to summarize it up, dude, to find seller financing deals, it's not easy, but they're out there all day. It doesn't matter if the market's going up, if the market's going sideways, if the market's going down. Now, of course, when the market is going down, there's a lot more motivated sellers out there because the economy is squeezing them, right? But it doesn't matter what the cycle of the market is. There's always motivated sellers because people are always getting divorced. There's always death happening. There's always job transfers happening. The companies going bankrupt, and so on and so on and so on. And there's too much people. I bought a property in Grand Prairie, Texas, from two couples, lovebirds. They fell in love. They moved into the guy's house. The girl tried to sell the property. She couldn't, in the last crash. And so I got it. It was beautiful. She had a lot of equity in it. Didn't need any repairs. The only problem was it was a bad renter in there, which was very easy for me. I just evicted her, you know what I mean? But she didn't want to deal with all that. So the point of the story is there's a lot of reasons that people become motivated, okay? But I zoomed it out and I said, look, there's only two types: emotionally or financially. Personally, I like financially, but my very first deal was personally I like emotionally, but my first deal was a financial stress seller, okay? So a lot of subject twos, maybe they're stressed financial seller, but also a lot of subject twos are emotionally stressed, okay? It just depends on what pawn you're shopping at. If you're shopping at pre-foreclosures pawn, then most everyone there's going to not have equity. There are probabilities people that have equity. I'm not saying that, but most likely you're not going to find that. If you're doing probate or if you're doing like divorces, then the odds are 50-50 that they may have equity or not. So it also depends on where you're fishing, right? Anyways, guys, if you're interested in working with me direct, I have 2 programs. You can get access to all my courses plus monthly coaching for a one-time lifetime fee that you pay. It's called Power Level Brotherhood. Go check it out at myrealestatedojo.com. If you're ready to do deals like ASAP and you're a beginner or mid-level, let's do a deal coaching program. You can check that at myrealestatedojo.com. And if you're, let's say, you're a doctor, or attorney, you got your business going, you're a successful real estate investor, you just want to scale, you want to grow, then check out Profit Sharing, guys, where I work with you direct. I give you my cell phone number and we get things cracking, guys, okay? Don't take no for an answer. Always remember, you're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and twice as beautiful as you ever imagined. Romy. Peace, guys.